Hello, 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 and we got a thing. We've got a thing. This has been doing the rounds. You've probably seen this on other people's more popular channels. I'm merely following up the rear. Someone's got to follow up the rear. What I'm talking about is this HDMI video capture device. Again, this is for those of you who do video stuff on the YouTubes, or maybe not, maybe on the Twitters. So you can see all the details there. It supports import of 3840 to 2160 at 30 Hz, and output C, and it does 720p at 60 frames a second, which is probably what we're looking for, actually. So so yeah, it's a gizmo. And why is it important? Because I'm going to find out if it is as good, if it's gooder. He says I've got to rub the dust off the box as one of these. You see? So you got one of these and you got one of these. I have to have both because I'm lucky. I've had this for a long time. And this does 4K. But if you're doing screen capture for certain things, you don't necessarily need 4K. This does, I think it's up to, well, it says 2160, which is, isn't it 2K? Half a 4K. But the important thing is this is expensive. This is, well, again, at the moment, a date in the video, pandemic. Do you remember the great pandemic of 2020 and how we laughed it all off? The prices of these have gone through the roof at the moment. I mean, these were, I think, about £130 RRP, but you could get good deals. I'm talking about pre-pandemic prices, and now they've gone crazy bonkers. So this has come along, and these, you can get these from anything as little as $7.99 plus your postage. I mean, it might even lower if you go on one of these weird Alibaba type sites. I got it off of Amazon for 30 quid because I wanted to test it, because I wanted to see what it was like, because people were raving about it. But you can get it from anything from $7.99 to 50 quid, depending, anything in between. So if you're prepared to wait, you can get out for a real bargain price. I'll put an Amazon linky in the description, and you can see if it's any good or not. But what I'm going to do in this is we're going to capture some footage, because I'm doing this is my camera. It's a Canon 250D for people who like the old the specs, but I'm not capturing it at 10. I'm not capturing it at 4K. I'm doing this all in 1080p. All right. What I'll do is I will disconnect this, and the next clip you'll see will be me feeding the camera into this, and you'll see, and this is good because it's metal. Listen. Yeah, it's solid. I'm going to feed the camera into this, and we're going to see if there's any differences, any similarities, quality wise. And then what I'm going to do then is I'm going to do some, go into OBS, and I'm going to do some screen capture, because I play these mini consoles like the Mega Drive Mini. I've got one here plugged in. I can't. Can you see that? There you go. We'll do some capture from that, some game capture, and see if it's any good with that. There will be some slight lag, I know that, but I'm not a pro gamer. I'm not playing against other people. I'm just doing capture from mini consoles, things like that. So I expect it will be able to cope with that. So yeah, the next Darren you'll see will be being captured by this. So there you go. So here we have the camera being fed into the HDMI USB 2 capture card. You will notice it is juddery, and there is a reason for this. It's a technical reason, because my camera is outputting at 60 frames a second. This can handle 60 frames a second, the CAMLINK. This can handle 60 frames a second, but the USB HDMI capture can't, because it's doing 30 frames a second. So there is this. So I didn't know what to do. Because we're going to be doing some game capture at 60 frames a second. The 60 frames, for the game capture is probably what you want to aim for, especially because it does 60 frames at 720p. But if I'd have done this at 7020p and upscaled it to 1080p, do you see my problem? But you can see in terms of capture quality, if I stand still, if I hold that up, look. Come on camera, focus on it, you bugger. You can see the quality is just as good from the camera, yeah, in terms of colour and whatnot. So, but there is a judder because 60 frames into 30 frames don't go, and that's why you get a little bit of a little bit of juddery. And if you try and make 30 frames go into 60 frames, everything should match ideally, and you won't get the judder. But you can see the quality of it. And again, for this video to be in 60 frames a second, because we're going to do some game capture now, and the footage will be at 720p but rescaled in a window OBS. You know where I'm going with this. So what this is 720p at 60 frames a second, and look, it's buttery smooth. Do you see that? We're now going to go to do some game capture. So here we are. We're doing some game capture. What do you reckon? What should we play? I'm always tempted just to go for Sonic the Hedgehog because it's a fast game, isn't it? But the idea is to show just how fast you can do a capture with this. This is, like I say, this is 720p. It's been rescaled in OBS. You know, I mean, so this should all be super floaty, 60 frames a second. Okay. We're going to see just how good old Sonic is, and if there's any lag. I imagine there'll be a little bit, but like I said, not enough to actually worry about, because I'm not playing competitively. I'm just doing this kind of thing. And that feels smooth. Looks alright. Yeah, no problems with that. Feels responsive. Feels like Sonic the Hedgehog. And those of you with digital watches, if I click the button, you can measure the lag between me pressing the button and Sonic jumping. There you go. That's not bad, is it? It's not the most scientific of tests, but I think you'll find that this, for again between £8 to £50, depending on where you get it, is remarkable value when compared to this. I mean, if you want again, if you want 4K and super duper smooth streaming, you're going to have to pay the premium. But if you're at the entry level, say you haven't got a big budget and you just want to, you know, capture some DSLR, or you want to capture your console at 720p, not a problem. Amazing value, good build quality, works. I mean, I'm using it on a Mac, works straight out of the box, straight in, recognised, no issues with that. You'll have to try it on Windows. Like I said, I'm using it on Mac, so that automatically puts me at a disadvantage. But yeah, it's an amazing little thing. You know, HDMI video capture unit, USB 2. Anyone can use it. They're the features, and it works. It just works. And I think for the money, it represents amazingly good value. It certainly, you know, makes you question, do you need, you know, are you going to do 4K streaming? No, of course you're not. 4K capture? Maybe, but really if you're doing streaming, 720p is the max you're really going to be aiming for anyway. So you might as well save your money. You can have 2 of these, 3 of these, for 4 of these for one of them. Loads. You know, it represents really good value. And I'm just as amazed as everyone else on YouTube who's been testing these things, but I thought I'd get one, try it out and see what it was like. And like I say, there is an affiliate link down there for you to go and get your one. There are many, but they're all branded the same. They might be called different things, but just got to look out for HDMI video capture on the unit, because they're all the same, but they're just kind of reboxed or rebadged. You know, and if you want the really cheap deals, go to Alibaba and places like that. But again, you might have to wait a bit longer for delivery, and delivery might be a bit more expensive. That's up to you. But Amazon have got them down below. Thank you for watching. My name's been Darren. Look, I've been talking about the HDMI video capture USB 2 device, which is remarkable value. You can't argue with the value. And again, if you're not a resolution whore, you will be more than happy. But if you are looking for sparkly 4K at 60 frames a second, don't be stupid. Anyway, thank you for watching. There's only one more thing I have to say, and that is ta-da!